Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin Hippo, and today is Wednesday, March 11th, and we're going to do a jeans that sold on eBay video for the month of February. I'm a little bit late on this one this month. We're almost halfway through March, but better late than never. So let's go ahead and take a look at some jeans I have selected as highlights from the month of February. This is by no means every single pair of jeans that we sold in February, but I did pick out some select brands that I wanted to show you guys as good examples of bread and butter and or Bolo brands that you guys should be looking for when you're outsourcing. Now, all of these jeans have already made an appearance in our weekly Monday What Sold on eBay videos. So you guys have already heard, if you've watched those, you've heard how much we paid for them, what they sold for, and how they shipped. So we're going to do a little something different. A little something different. I don't even know if that's correct grammar, but we're going to do a little something different. So what I'm going to do is show you each pair. I'm going to show you what it sold for. And then I'm going to tell you a target price for you for when you're outsourcing. Because I know not everyone is blessed with the 99-cent Goodwill days like we have. A lot of you have thrift stores that run half-off days or have different sales. So I'm going to tell you how much I would be willing to pay for each of these to flip them for what they sell for. We'll see how it goes. If I get a lot of feedback that y'all don't like it, we'll go back to the old way where I go through each pair, tell you what we paid. But, I mean, you hear from me every month on these jeans that sold videos. And every Monday, I bought this for 99 cents, 99 cents, 99 cents, 99 cents. It's like almost, it's just like this repetitive 99 cents, except for the rare Bolo brands, $6.99, $6.99. Or if they came out of a thread-up box, $1 and some change. So I just wanted to try this new way this month and see if you guys like it. All right, you guys are looking at J. Crew men's jeans. Now, the thing with men's jeans is they sell for more money, they sell faster, and they have less returns than women's jeans. So I absolutely love selling men's jeans. I love women's jeans. Y'all know jeans is my second favorite thing to sell next to Plush, and I do sell the majority of women's jeans. I think I find more women's jeans in the wild, in the thrift stores. More women's jeans come in the thread-up boxes. I just think men know what they want and they know what size they wear. And their sizes are less complicated than women's. Because I have two pairs of jeans, for example, that are the same exact brand and size. And one is a little tighter than the other pair. And then when you go from brand to brand, and, you know, we have the odd sizes are juniors. If it has a W, it's women's. Women's sizes are complicated, and it's really hard for us to find a good size that fits us. Plus, we're a little pickier, and we like different brands. I feel like men find a brand or a size, a brand or a style that they like. They know what size they wear, and then they'll buy it, the jeans, and they'll wear them until they fall apart. And then they buy another couple pairs and they'll wear them till they fall apart. And that's part of the reason why I think we see less men's jeans in the thrift stores than we see women's jeans. Because men literally just wear the same couple of pairs until they fall apart. Women, we constantly like new clothing and then we donate our old. Women tend to fluctuate with their weight more often than men, whether we're losing or gaining a couple pounds. So women are donating their clothing more often. It's just how it is. So I find less men's clothing in the thrift. But the good thing is, because men are that way, when you sell a pair of men's jeans, you're going to have a lot less returns on men's clothing than you do women's. Men's sizes are pretty much standard from brand to brand, and men know what they want, what they wear. And you can also, like I said, you can get a little bit more money for men's clothing than women's. Typically, in most brands of jeans, you can get, you know, $2 to $8 more for a pair of men's jeans than women's, depending on the size and style and stuff. So, that said, I do love men's jeans. Don't find them that often. But this is a good example. Now, J. Crew is actually a brand that does better on Poshmark than it does on eBay. But I list it on both platforms because I don't like to put all my eggs in one basket. And these are men's that I started around 26 probably. They were around for a little while. They also sold, you guys can see right here, on a 25% off sale, which we run 25% off on the weekends, 20% through the week. And if these were women's J. Crew, I would have started them around 20 probably, unless they were plus size, maybe 23. So these sold for $24.88, and they're good size. They're 34, relaxed fit J. Crew. So what would I pay for these? If they're going to flip for somewhere between 20 and 26 bucks, probably max out at $2.53, depending on how much of a return on your investment you want. And so $2.53 would be my tap out. Here we have some Old Navy jeans. Let's take a look at these. This is one of my favorite bread and butter brands. I love Old Navy. I love Gap too, and I probably like Gap a little bit more just because every single pair of Gap jeans, I think I talked about this before, will give you its name, its style. It just like gives you the keywords. It looks like this. Real quick, I'll show you. They always have a tag somewhere that says sexy boyfriend, always skinny, mid-rise boot. Gap always feeds you the style and the keywords. But they do as well. They sell as well, as quickly, as fast, for as much as Old Navy. They're just two really good bread and butter brands. American Eagle is good too. So these are Old Navy women's. They're size 14, which size 14 and up are good sizes in women's jeans. These are the Sweetheart. I really like the Rockstar. The Old Navy Rockstar flips fast. But these are the Sweethearts. They're boot cut. They're high waist. They sold for $19.95. They did ship in a padded flat. So these, I would probably say $2 would be my cutoff for these particular Old Navy jeans. But I have sold other Old Navies for up to $25. So if these were an even larger size or had a neat print to them, like leopard print or some kind of odd collar going on or stripes, I'd pay a little bit more. So here's Levi's jeans. Now, honestly, I don't source Levi's. I don't. I pass them up in the thrift all the time. I see them for 99 cents on the rack. I pass them up. I used to pick them up back in the beginning when I was learning how to resell and when I was learning what brands were good. I did pick them up all the time, but I mostly got women's, and they didn't sell very well, and they were very long tail, and they ended up always going for so little that I just decided not to source them anymore. This pair came in a thread-up box, sold within a couple days of being listed. I mean, they went really fast. So I may be rethinking Levi's and saying, okay, I'll pick them up if they're men's. This pair sold for $22.99, but it also sold fast. So that's something I wanted to talk about also tonight with you guys. Sometimes with the bread and butter jeans, the ones that sell for a little bit less are still good if they're going to sell fast. If they're going to sit around and be long tail, you want to get more money for them. Does that make sense? So the Levi's men's, if they're going to sell for around $23, maybe $24, $25 if they were a bigger size, I'd pay $2.53 for them. So that would be your target price on those. And then here's some Gaps. They sold for $22.99. These are nice looking Gap jeans. They're the sexy boyfriend. So these sold for $23. So this particular style, I would pay $3.50 for probably. The boyfriend jeans in any brand are good. And typically boyfriend jeans are going to tell you they're boyfriend. I've never self-proclaimed a pair to be boyfriend. If I get a pair of jeans that doesn't have its style on it, and by measurements I can tell they're boot cut, straight leg, things like that, I will put that in the keywords. But boyfriend, I usually will only claim they're boyfriend jeans if they're tagged say they are. And boyfriend jeans do really well. They sell pretty quickly in any brand. This was another pair that flipped within a couple of days of being listed. So maybe $3. 7 for All Mankind. This is a brand that used to be worth tons of money, and it is no longer. It's kind of had that race to the bottom. The dojo jeans are still worth money. Absolutes. But these are just some regular bootcut 7 for All Mankind. They did sell for $25. So I accepted a best offer on these. So, you know, with 7 for All Mankind, they'll sell anywhere from 20 to 30 bucks these days. So I would say probably $3 would be my tap out for these. Okay, you guys, these Angels jeans came in a thread-up box, and I know many of you probably remember me pulling these out of the thread-up and saying Angels was a poop brand that I normally would never source, but I was going to go ahead and list these and not put them in the poop pile because they were so super cute. These are adorable, like boho 70s, super duper flare, just really cute jeans. So I went ahead and listed them. They sold within a couple of days of going up for $24.37. So Angels is something else I'm rethinking. I'll probably pick these up at the thrift. Now again, I'll be paying 99 cents for them, but if we were to place a head half off or something, I'd pay up to $3 for these, especially if they were this style, because I think that it was the style that had a lot to do with how fast they sold. Citizens of Humanity is a Bolo brand. This is a really good brand you want to look out for. This one had a lot going for it. Oh, I didn't mention that on these. So the 7 for All Mankind's were button fly, and to me, that adds value to jeans. As far as any jeans I've ever sold, if they have a button fly, I add a couple bucks to the starting price, and I feel like they do sell quicker. Button flies are back in, y'all. All right, so these Citizens of Humanity had a button fly, and they were I feel like they had a style, yeah, the Emerson right there, the Emerson Slim Boyfriend. So yes, these were again a boyfriend. The boyfriend style does really well. So these were boyfriend, they had a button fly, and they're Citizens of Humanity. They had 3 really good things going for them. And they sold for $41.24. So these are something I would probably pay up to $6.99 for. That's the top price at the thrifts around here for jeans. If you live in a place where you can get them cheaper than that for like $5 or half off, you'd make more money and more profit. But for me, this is a pair I would pay top dollar for. A brand, a type of jean. Okay, True Religion. This is a Bolo brand still. And again, these super duper bell bottom flare jeans are just back in style, and I do really well with them. Whether it's brands like Angel or brands like True Religion, these flare bell bottom jeans do really well. You want to put bell bottom flare in your title. If you have room, you can put boho, you can put hippie, you can put 70s. You've just got all this play with keywords with these. So this pair I accepted a best offer, 40 on, and I would pay up to $6.99 for these. So if you guys can find these for $7 or less, absolutely. Okay, now we're going to look at some of these. Surprisingly, I would think are poop brands, but they do really well. Now these were a size 16, so they did have a really good size. Size 14 and up, again, is good. They're embellished. They're nice looking. So they sold for $27.55, and they're just paisley sky. So that goes to show you guys, if you find jeans in the larger sizes, size 14 and up, or any of them with the W after the numbers, meaning it's a women's, that's a plus size. Sometimes the brand doesn't matter. You find a cute pair of jeans in a really great size, like these, for example, sold for $27.55. So I would probably pay up to maybe $3.50 for these. Lucky brand. This is, unfortunately, I feel a bread and butter brand anymore. I remember flipping these for 36, 38, 40 bucks. Long ago, far away. Yeah, I used to sell these for 36 to 40 bucks all the time. You can see these sold for $21.18. So I consider these bread and butter. $2.50 is what I'd pay for them. Guess jeans is another good one I like to pick up. if I find them cheap enough. I do really well with the Foxy Flare, which is what's pictured here. And then there's Guess jeans called the Daredevil Boot. I always grab those as well. These were also a different color with special pockets. So that was another thing that these had. So these sold for $20.99. So I probably paid $2.50 for Guess. Max. White House Black Market is another brand that used to be super great. Is now considered, you know, bread and butter. But they do well. They are pretty long tail, but they'll sell between $20 to $26 depending on the style and the size. So these have a good style, but they're very small size. They're size 2, but they're these trouser leg. You can see on the tag. And the trouser leg jeans look a lot like bell bottom and flare. So of course they are a style that people like, that will do well. So White House Black Market, I'd probably pay like $3 for max. Here we have another pair of True Religion. These ones are a really dark wash with contrast stitching. These even had a flaw. Right here you guys can see it. The contrast is contrast stitching on the zipper. I almost said contrast is zipping on the stitcher, and you probably would have still known what I meant, right? Yeah. So these sold for $36 best offer, but they also paid $8 in shipping. So this was a pair I was experimenting with. I think I've told you guys that sometimes I'll, if jeans have been around for a little while, I'll go ahead and drop their overall price by $8, but then add $8 in shipping, just to see if they'll move that way. So instead of having these at $50 free ship, they were $42 with an $8 flat rate for shipping, and then I accept the best offer of $36. So these did sell for a total of $44. So that's pretty good. Again, True Religion, I would top out at $6.99, but I would pay up to $6.99 for them. Here's another pair of Lucky Brand. Again, these are like the $2.53, I guess. These were black and not a great size, but I always pick up jeans that are different colors or different patterns or anything like that. And this pair sold for $23 on a best offer. Here's some Not Your Daughter's jeans. We haven't talked about these yet in this video. Not Your Daughter's jeans are a good bread and butter brand, especially if they have the tummy tuck technology. Any jeans that have any kind of slimming or anything like that are great to pick up. The tummy tuck, Not Your Daughter's jeans, So Slimming, So Lifting, and the Chicos. And of course, the wax jeans, Butt I Love Yous, and the I Want a Better Butts by YMI. Anyways, these were black, size 6, you know, not a great size, but they're the tummy tuck. They did have some puckering. You can see that right there. So these sold for a best offer of only $18. Had they been in a little bit better shape, had they been a bigger size, I probably could have gotten $25 or $26 for them. Not Your Daughter's jeans is a brand I'd probably top out at $2.50, $3. So Mac Buckle, man, these are disappointing too. So I remember there was a time when these Mac by Buckle I could get $40, $45 for. Not anymore. Whoops, I don't know what I just did. There we go. These sold for $27.61, and I used to get closer to $40 for these. So these were something that in the past I would have paid up to $6.99 for, quite honestly, at the Goodwill. But I did start to notice a race to the bottom on them, and they kind of got run down like a lot of the brands do. So these probably $3.50. They sometimes will go for more than $27. They'll go up to like $30, $35 sometimes. These are the Cape Town boots, but they're a smaller size, so maybe $3.50. And then we have a pair of Miss Me jeans. These are another. This is another brand that I would absolutely pay up to $6.99 for. Hopefully less, but I do pay up to that. Sometimes our Goodwill will have these on the rack with all the other jeans, and they're $6.99. And sometimes they'll have them set aside at $10, and I don't pick them up when they're $10. I will not pay that much. So I'd say tap out at like $7. So this pair sold for $35. Now I normally start Miss Me around $50. Miss Me, True Religion, and Silver. Most of them I start around $50, knowing I'm going to accept the best offer, $45 or $40. If they've been sitting around for a long time, I will eventually, take $35. Because sometimes you just have a pair, whether it's the style or the size, that just isn't going to sell for $40 or $45. And then you want them to move eventually, so you take $35. But I always give everything the best chance to sell at the highest amount first. So I start everything really high. I have best offer on everything. We run sales around the clock. I send out offers daily, several times a day. And then, every other month or so, we lower prices by 5%. So I can see how long it's been around by the starting price. So these were a pair that eventually I just accepted $35 on. But I've sold Miss Me's for $55 and $60 on Poshmark before. So I think sometimes it just depends a lot on when you're listing them, who's looking for them. But yep, these sold for $35, so yeah, I'd still pay $6.99. And then these are Adriana Goldschmied's. Now I remember these being like a huge bolo. These were on like my bucket list. They're not as exciting as they used to be, like many brands, unfortunately. So these ones were actually altered. And now I'm gonna yawn. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm not boring myself. So these were altered. So I probably could have got more for them. They sold for $22.48. I have sold Adriana Goldschmied before for $35, maybe $36. But these were altered. They had the waist taken in. So I had to start them at a little bit less, and then they took longer to sell because they were altered and they're missing their size tags. So people had to go by the measurements to buy them. Anyway, the Adriana Goldschmied's, probably tap out around $350, just because they normally will sit around for a while. They don't sell for as much as they used to. Alright guys, that's it. That's all of the jeans I chose from our sales in February to go over with you guys. Kind of show you what price points you can expect on a lot of these brands, what your target buy price should be for a lot of these brands. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Hit the thumbs up before you leave, guys. It really helps the channel. It just takes a second for you guys to do it, but it helps immensely. And if you haven't already and you'd like to, subscribe to our channel. Help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at flippinhippos. You can email us at flippinhipposhelp@gmail.com. And don't forget to join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. Link is down below. Until next time, guys, go be productive, go make some money, and as always, we absolutely appreciate each and every one of you watching our videos and supporting the channel. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Bye.